and welcome. My name is Heroine Bob. Welcome to Bob Buys, the channel I share with y'all my part-time reselling journey here in the state of Virginia. This video is going to be a what sold video, and it is going to be my sales for the week of April 4th until April 10th. Now, for my what sold videos, I normally just share with you the platform they sold on, the amount they sold on, and I might give you a little information about it. If you want to know what my net profit is going to be for the month, like the money I actually take home from all of my sales that I share from you, I do a reseller recap every month, and that video should be coming out a little bit later this week. So, information for you in case you are new here. Not surprising, all of my sales for this week are on eBay. I have had some sales on other platforms this month, so don't worry, it's not going to be all eBay all the time, although it's going to be all eBay most of the time because that is the platform I am laser focusing on this year. So the first sale for this week is this Flax short sleeve shirt. Flax is a wonderful brand for resale. Their linen pieces are amazing. Log and look is a really great keyword to put in there. I know other resellers can sell their Flax pieces for a lot more than the $20 you see here. However, mine normally sell between the $20 and $25 range. I paid, I believe, $4 for this at a Goodwill, and I have no more Flax pieces. I didn't get to wear a single one of the Flax pieces. They were all in my size, and I couldn't wear a single one of them because they all sold pretty much within a week of listing them. So, great brand to look out for. I wouldn't pay up for it, but unless it's like new with tags, and then I would pay up for it, but otherwise it's a great pickup if you get it for $5 or less. This next piece, I mean, is it really a what sold video for me if I don't share at least one mug? I don't think so. So this is an Anthropologie mug. It just says it's an H. There's nothing special about it other than it has Anthropologie branding on it. And I sold it for $8 and the buyer paid for shipping. I paid $1 for this, so lovely sale there. I will do that all day long. I love selling mugs. This next piece is something I picked up at Design and Consign, which is like an antique handmade crafting booth. But I found two of these. Both of them have sold at that Design and Consign. I paid $5 for both of them, and as you can see, this one sold for $10.09. I think I sent an offer of like 15% off or something, and the buyer accepted. And they paid for shipping, so at a $2.50 buy-in, I did pretty nice. I think. But yeah, I love selling vintage ashtrays, and this was an easy pickup for me. This next item I picked up at an estate sale by The Boy's House. If you do not know The Boy, I do not have children. When I say The Boy, it is short for boyfriend, my partner. Just so you know, I've had questions about that. So I shorten everything because sometimes I have a neurological disorder, and sometimes it's hard for me to breathe. So I tend to shorten words, and if you talk with me for any amount of time, you will pick up that I do it a lot, and I kind of have my own little sub-language. I also shorthand when I write notes as well, so it's just something I do. I don't know why I needed to explain that to you, but there you go. In case there are new people here, now you know. But I picked this up at a estate sale. I know vintage electronics can do well, and I figured for $2 this was an easy buy. It sold for my full asking price of $9.80, and the buyer paid for shipping. As you can see, I did test it, and it did work, both the radio and the battery. I actually had to repair this. I'm very proud of myself. So when I opened up the battery compartment, it had some corrosion, so I had to clean that off, and when I was cleaning it, the actual battery thing came off, so I had to rewire it. You're like, that seems like a lot of effort for a $2 item that sold for $10. You are not wrong, but the amount of pride I felt in myself that I fixed an electronic thing was worth it to me. So I got to learn how to fix something and clean something, and yeah, there you go. This is also why I don't deal with electronic stuff, because this is normally what happens. All right, this next piece I'm gonna share with you guys is a craft and borrow piece. It is new with tags. I would not recommend picking this up unless you can get it for like $1 or less, and only if it's new with tags. Craft and borrow is not a great reselling brand. I had this in a ThredUp men's box, which I have not made my money back from yet, But as I have stated every time I say that, it's because I haven't listed everything and I see all the pants from that box sitting behind the camera, and I hate listing pants. There's money to be made there, but I just hate listing pants. Does anybody else feel that way? I do. But it sold for my full asking price of $14.87, and I'm glad I'm a little bit closer to making my money back from that box. Side note, we're halfway through. This shirt is an Anthropologie shirt, and I picked it up at my most recent estate sale. So I think what I'm gonna do is I am going to do a haul, but I'm only going to show you all of the men's clothing and the accessories because I'm not gonna wear those. However, most of the stuff in the lady of the house closet, or the former lady of the house closet, fit me. So this is a cute little Anthropologie piece in my size. I did have to repair it, but you can't tell because I am good at sewing. Pat myself on the back for that. It's just so cute. And most of her stuff fits me. She was a petite lady, so she was petite this way and then also petite this way. So some of her stuff does not fit me because it's too short, like in the arms, but a lot of the stuff also has roll tabs, so I can still wear it. I'm very excited about this. I do a rotating reseller closet in case you all are new here, and what that means is that if I buy something I will buy something I like and list it and then just wear it until it sells. It makes it so my closet doesn't expand much beyond this personally, and you know, I feel like I can get even more out of it, not just the joy of saving a piece of clothing from the landfill and the joy of making a profit off of it, but also the joy of wearing something and loving it until it goes to somebody else who will. I don't know, that's just my mindset. But anyway, I just want to show my cute top and then we'll go back to sales. So, this next item is a piece from that estate sale, the first estate sale I went to this year. Okay, I've got to figure out a way to like differentiate this because y'all are gonna see in the next couple of months that I've worked out a deal with a local estate sale company with clothing. So I guess we're gonna call this the Air Force, the retired Air Forcee. I don't think that's a word. Whatever, I'm gonna make it up now. The retired Air Forcee estate sale. This is from his closet. He shopped a lot, and so there's a lot of new tag stuff. This is not a good brand to resell, as you guys can see. They paid $9 free shipping, but I paid less than $1 for it, and I still made like $4.50 off of this sale. So I'm happy that I went into a new home, and hopefully, again, that person will wear it instead of have it sit in the closet for a decade. This next item I found in a hole-in-the-wall, a very surprise hole-in-the-wall thrift stop. It was like what I would imagine thrift stores in like the 70s and 80s would have been like. It was just like a compound of random outbuildings that had prices on stuff. And it was a really cool experience. I paid 10 cents for this. It was a vintage, like still new old stock pair of nylons with like the amazing packaging. Like, look at this packaging. It's so cute. The problem is that the plastic was so old that it had opened and like the nylons were slightly stained inside, which is why I let it go for $5. But if you can find new sealed like extra vintage packaging or extra vintage nylons, I do recommend picking them up, especially if you get them for really cheap like I did here. There is a market for them. There's many markets for them actually, but I'm not going to go into that. But I'm glad that this went to a new home and I hope they enjoy them. This next item I picked up, I believe at an estate sale. I'm not 100% sure. No, I still got these at Design and Consign, I think. Yes, and I paid $1 a piece for them and they sold for $9.87. So I made a couple dollars and hopefully the buyer enjoys them. This next item, I am so proud of myself. Like normally I don't like picking up big and bulky things because I am running out of space in my house for things, but I knew that this would sell quickly and I was right. I found this at a Restore. I don't know why a lot of resellers don't go to the Restore. I've seen that some have gone to the Restore on my recommendation, and the reason why people don't go to the Restores, apparently the Restores in my area are just amazeballs and everyone else's suck. So check yours out and see if it's good. But I found this vintage 80s Coleman cooler for like $2 or $3 at the Restore, and as you see, I sold it for $25.39 and the buyer paid for shipping, and I got positive feedback, so that was great. It was a very fast sale. Like, it sold within 2 weeks of listing it, so big excite. This item I would not recommend picking up. I did this as a like retail arbitrage. Both of them that I picked up, it's a Scotch laminator. I found these when I went to the Office Depot when I was trying to find something for work, and they were like $7. So I bought both of them. You can see I made like maybe $1 or $2 off of this sale, but they were big bulky items and I just wanted them out of my house. So I accepted the $12 offer and the buyer paid for shipping. So I made a couple bucks, and hopefully they enjoy laminating stuff. It smells terrible. And normally when I have to laminate stuff at work, I give it to my assistant because it just smells gross and I don't like doing it. I don't know why. This next item is something I picked up from the Air Force retiree. It is a Ralph Lauren polo green Pima cotton shirt. Full asking price $17.87. I normally don't pick up the Ralph Lauren polos unless they are vintage or they are made out of Pima cotton. So this sold actually rather quickly, and again, I paid less than $1 for everything I picked up at the Air Force retirees. This item I picked up in one of my favorite hole in the walls by my work thrift store. It's new to you thrift store. I paid $3 for this hat. It was a vintage Jaguar hat made in the USA, and you guys can read. I took an offer on it of $24, and I'm glad to see it goes. I'm picking up more and more hats. I am learning what is and is not worth my time. Ooh, there is one that is kind of worth my time, but that's only because I want to learn how to do something. But that's going to be in a future video. Sorry about that. And the last item I'm sharing with you guys is this pair of Sorel shoes. These actually went to a lady. So one of the things that I try to talk about or try to remind people is that if you have a small men's size, I would check to see what the conversion is to women's, because it might be a better sell in a women's size. I list both sizes, but I normally have better luck selling them to women, which is what happened with this pair of shoes. This is a pair of Sorels. I listed as a women's 8.5, a men's 7, and they sold for my full asking price of $29.87 when the buyer paid for shipping. And again, this was something I picked up for less than $1 at the Air Force retiree's house. I have quadrupled my money off of that estate sale buy, which is great because I have another one. So I got a lot of listing I need to do, but I know I will make money from these estate sale buys, and I'm very happy with my sales this month. I would personally like to thank all 1,290 of my subscribers. Interesting history fact for technically the year 1,289 to 1,290 is it was considered the year without winter for the UK and Western Europe. And that is because there was a seamless transition between fall to spring of the next year where there was no winter. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. And until then, bye. Bye. Hopefully the new buyer bought them. The new buyer bought them. What is wrong with me?